Suraj Singh, Faridabad, Bharat. I am Bharatvasi. I am India holder. I am Indian. You are Indian. Everybody is Indian. Bharat ka Nivasi. Very good. Bharat Mata ki Jai. Jai Bharat. We all speak. All enjoy. All do that. We people of this country. We people of this country. Yes, we are people of this country. We people of this country, having solemn resolve to constitute ourselves into a nation, we shall depend upon its sovereign status, its social status, its secular status, its democratic status, its republic status, and shall secure to us by these parameters justice, liberty, and equality, to create fraternity and brotherhood among all our citizens of this country. Now it's around 140 crores. Very good description, intellectual description, and then this is supported by a requirement of fundamental duties that a citizen is required to comply with, to dispose, and those duties are very, you can say in abstract form, you can say, I'm not going to read that. It's simple that we have to abide by constitution, national flag, national honor, and to be able to pull this nation up and push it up, to raise it to a level of scientific development, and to care about natural resources like rivers, like lakes, and everything, and to use and to value everybody, and to value idols for of those ideals which are used by our freedom fighters for start of this nation. And we have not to worry about anything except to raise this country without any principles of religion or any principles of caste. All that we have to leave them aside and take this nation to heights and heights and to heights crossing seven skies. What are we doing that? I say I'm sleeping. My body is paining, I'm sleeping. I'm hungry, I'm sleeping. Sleeping, everybody is sleeping. Unfortunately, those people who should awaken, 98% people have been sleeping in our country. And this is very welcome situation that we want to kill ourselves. We want to axe our legs, axe our heads. We want to break our ambitions and break everything. Such a big country, 140 crores people, and they keep sleeping mentally. I'm not saying physically, mentally we have been sleeping because we don't want to think anything. Thinking is not our property. We don't want to think. We think only to that extent that gives us money, that gives us power, and after that we do not think. Our thinking is against our honor, against our respect. Thinkers means they should be scientists, they should be philosophers, they should be writers, they should be poets, and they should be designers, they should be engineers, they should be doctors. What if they are thinkers? How many of us are they? This means that thinking is not our property and we should hate thinking. We should just follow up what somebody says, and that's all. Follow up, and these days we say followers are there, so many followers on internet for some websites, so that's why they are followers of our leaders and follows of that. Follower is not our weakness, but it's our property. Means why should we think when we get something cooked up? Yes, we shall get answers and we shall use that. So this way where shall we lead to? Should we know that? Should we understand that? We shall lead to nowhere except a we can say character we develop that's copy, just like we used to copy in examination. Many people used to copy in examination to get pass, to get through that examination. Same thing is examination of country, examination of life, which is much more better than, which is much more stronger, so difficult than passing school or college examinations. So we just qualify for sake of qualifying and not for sake of using that in our life. If we intend to use this in our life, we have to pass it thoroughly, we have to study thoroughly, and then we have to apply it thoroughly. But that is not happening. Society has become non-serious in each and every aspect of life. You will not find serious people very often these days. From top to bottom, everybody is just easygoing, worryless, without any concern. Unfortunately, it's only 72 years since we got independence from our slave masters. It's not very long period, you can say. It's not 500 years or 6 or 800 years. It's just 72 years, and we have still the grip situation at this stage. And if we miss it now, we shall never be able to get it back. Why I am telling all this? Question arises. Yes, you're right. Question arises. Why I'm telling all this? This is a great nation. It is moving with high GDP. It's moving with high quality. But what is moving with? We're all under debt. We have to see that. When debt is on our head, you are liable to pay. You can't sleep, but you are sleeping. This means for debt you don't worry, for income you don't worry, for export you don't worry, for import you don't worry. Just enjoy life as if you are just here to live and enjoy life. If that is your criteria, well, I have no answer to that, but I oppose that criteria because I intend to raise you, I intend to get you rise up because day does not wait for anybody, night doesn't wait for anybody, time doesn't wait for anybody. You are losing your time means you are losing your money, and if you are losing your money means you are losing your life, you are losing your mind, health, wealth, everything. So what? Why am I taking all this? What we are covered. I just started with saying that we people of this continuous constitutional preambles and just gone through duties of citizens, and then we further down to see Article 74 of Constitution and 18 of Constitution, which are very specific for us, which we everybody must know. But we do not know, we do not know. I am talking, I am dead against political parties these days. Political parties which should be there for purpose of positivity, for purpose of creativity, for purpose of taking a nation to some highest level. They are disintegrating this nation day by day and hour by hour. Nation is being disintegrated economically, technically, historically, politically, and constitutionally. In every sphere of considerations, we are breaking this nation. Breaking this means we are brainwashing people to some extent that they just accept what political group want them accept. This is not good for future because facts cannot be hidden. Power is exclusively a point every political party takes into its consideration that by hook or by crook it should come to power. It may be whatever political party I shall not name because well known are they. These political parties consider they are only exclusive means that can access to power sectors, access to power firms, power lobbies, and they are enjoying that. I have to vote them and they enjoy power. You have to vote them, they enjoy power. Vote is ours and power is theirs. What a combination. You vote for them whole life and they enjoy power of life. If that is democracy and that is constitution, I do not expect, I do not accept, I do not respect that kind of power because constitution is not giving that power to political parties. We are giving that power to political parties. Political parties, if they work according to constitution, that is fine, but they are not working according to constitution. You may analyze, you will find answer, but unfortunately, you are not analyzing that. You are just dreaming or just sitting that those people shall bring something good for you to be called good days, and you will get those good days automatically, which is never possible. Nobody does anything to someone. They just want your money in form of vote and then forget you. That is fact of life. It may be any leader, I will not name because all leaders are in same boat. They have same objective of life, same destination, and they will not change it because you don't want to change it. Until you beat someone, that person cannot awake. Until you beat your someone, they cannot understand what is beating and what is thumping. These people thump themselves, these people speak for themselves, they have pride in their part. They are not doing anything. Last government did something, this government is not doing anything. So what we should do, we have a question mark here. What is the purpose of these political parties? First of all, we have to consider. What is real purpose? Why do you use them? Have you ever thought of? We are 140 crore people, 90 crores around voters. Did we ever think of real purpose of these political parties? Had there been no such political parties, what would have been status, what would have state of affairs in constitutional manner of this country and our people? What was purpose of this constitution which we have? Is just a document? Is just a book of reference? We just speak and stop. We just take oath and then keep it closed forever. Why do we take oath of this constitution? What's the purpose at all? No purpose. Why Prime Minister takes oaths, or President takes oaths, or Supreme Court judges take oaths? After for what? We just consider Prime Minister is not abiding by oath. Everywhere he's violating oath. Similarly, President just is considered a signing machine, though he is everyone. President should be everyone according to Constitution. According to power and national Constitution, President is occupational. President is a government head, but it's not considered as such. An advisor to President is the Prime Minister, advisor, and you can say informer of what's happening. You can say a supporter is everything, but President is nothing. Rubber stamp people call, you may call it rubber stamp. Question is, whatever duty is given to someone, why it's not working? If President is not doing his job accordingly, Prime Minister is not doing accordingly, ministers are not doing, and even courts are not caring for that. Courts are required to protect fundamental rights of people, and courts are required to protect Constitution, but they are also not doing that. They are somewhere on side of other people. They think they are distant from public. All these people think they are distant from public. They have been distant. Why? Vote elects these representatives who elect PM or president. They are kept of themselves. They keep of themselves after getting votes and sleep. They don't consider they vote for granted means just job was voter has voted and his job is over. Our job was to get vote and our job is over. So what function it is for? This is a big question mark we have to think now. As a person, as a citizen, it's my duty to realize this. Why I need a PM? First question is, why do I need a PM? Do you have any answer? You simply say because it's a requirement of government, so it's done. But what is duty of Prime Minister and what is duty of President? Should they not be accountable? Should not be bound by certain responsibilities and obligations? Why they are not that? What we have done in 72 years of our post-freedom time, that we cannot fix the responsibilities of these people. We have 545 members of parliament in Lok Sabha and 250 around in Rajya Sabha and 5,500 MLAs approximately. What did these people do during 72 years and what are these doing now that Prime Minister's role is not defined yet? We assume everything, whatever this Prime Minister or other Prime Minister did for nation without any explanation, that's called prerogative power of Prime Ministers. Arbitrary power of Prime Minister. Why should Prime Minister be having arbitrary power, prerogative power? Is it not a sub-public? Why should not public know facts except secretly in fact? Why I have no right to know facts what is doing? I have every right to know that. City of this country and representatives, my representatives, mean member of parliaments, Lok Sabha, got every right to raise questions. But no one has that much stamina, capability, or power to raise questions. What is the reason behind that? Reason behind that is political parties. If I am belonging to a political party and I'm MP, because of that political party, I got no power in me because I have sold myself. I have sold myself to that political party and that political party is my owner. So even though I have right to raise question according to constitution, according to public mandate, and belong to the same political party, I cannot raise question. And you belong to opposition party, I cannot raise question because its prime minister attitude depends upon that. He responds to me or doesn't respond to me. But he has to respond to me according to requirement. Who knows requirements? Nobody knows requirements. Even I don't know requirements. I have started thinking now. I want to convert myself into also think right. Until you think, you cannot find answer. And the answer means first you have to find problem. From your start of thinking, you find problem one by one, and you will find a group of problems, and then you find what were reasons that problem arose. Those reasons should be evaluated, correctly studied, and then answer should be searched out. That's what I try to do. I am not saying that I am everyone or I can solve everything, but we have to first study what's happening. If you don't study what's happening, how can you know what's right, what's wrong? Politics has been considered now a drama. Where is politics? And what is politics? Do you know what is politics after all? A system of governance, a defined system of governance, an understood system of governance, and a reasonably reliable system of governance can be called a political basis. There is no politics indicated, used in as terms in our constitution. You go through all constitution, you will not find definition of politics. You will not find definition of political parties. You will not find definition of election of prime minister. You shall not find definition as such political parties, member of parliaments. So then why should we not think on this? We simply say, we people of this country, on preambles when you start that, we people of this country, it's not said we political people of this country or we political parties of this country or someone else. We simply say we people of this country. This means all population of this country is actually politics, governance. We are governing ourselves. That's called sovereignty. It's not government of India that's governing. They are our government servants. They are all governing servants. They are supporting us to serve us as government. And we are rulers. Rulers, you can say. People are rulers. But do you think so? How many of you can claim that you are rulers? None of you. Because you don't understand. If you don't understand, who can make you understand? It is you, citizen of this country, who is owner of this country. Of course, every leader is citizen, every political party is also having citizenship, but citizen is a unit used as population and honor of this country. What if I am honor of this country? I am owning. I say in theory, in consideration, I am honor of this country. But what I am owning? Am I owning to take my responsibility of living as well as responsibility of these political parties to live? Why should I worry about them? As a citizen of this country, why should I worry about these political parties which are no use to me, which are of no use to you, which are of no use to this nation? They are just useful to their own development. Means they are doing everything which suits them, not which suits public. If that is the case, means which is proven one, which is evident, and these political parties just think of themselves, how to survive, how to remain in power, how to befool us all. That means these political parties are just commercial people, business people. They are just shops, factories of themselves, political parties, factories, political industries owned by those physical industries or engineering industries, you can say, heavy industries, you can say. Do I need political commercial industry? Political industry as political party to work for me? Why should I need that? See, it's not too late. Still, it's too early to not to defend them. Why to defend them at all? Why? Why should I defend them? After all, what is their contribution to my society, to my India, Bharat? What's contribution of these political parties? Yes, question starts like that. Do you think they are required? Number one. And if you think they are not required, who is required? And if you think they are required, why they are required? What is objective of these political parties and what is my objective as a citizen? Means if you want to be elected as member of parliament or elected as member of legislative assembly, you need to be a member of political party. If you need a member of political party, this means you lose your identity. So once you are under rules of political party, you don't have your own rules. You lose your identity, freedom, and your requirement because for every action which you take, you have to be approved by your action to be approved by these masters, these high commands, so-called high commands in all parties. Am I servant to High Command? Or I am servant to my nation? Am I servant to public or am I servant to my political chief? That question comes in. But because you have signed some document that being a member of that party, you have to comply by, to abide by those regulations, those bylaws or undertakings the political parties have signed with this nation. So you are one part of that. This means you are not free. This means you have limitations, restrictions. You cannot do what I want you to do. In that case, for a voter like me, you are a bound person, a political member, a party member. You are not free for me. I cannot talk you freely, frequently as your independent person, but membership. But you, I talk to you in your capacity as members of your political party. This means for me, you are no useful. I want you to seek free opinion, which you are not delivering me. Because I am citizen of this country, you are member of a party, and you are a member of this national political spectrum, constitutional status, and I have to give you that. You are no way around to get that. There is no education qualification, there is no test, no conduct of professional requirements to become to enter those positions. Only professional requirement is just win votes and go there. That too majority. That is also a question which I discussed now. Before that, I should get them for me or I should not get them for me. That is a burning question. Maybe it's not burning in minds of people, but it will start burning in minds of people because existing situation currently in our country is that all political parties have made people fool and they themselves think that they are only units in this country who are bound, who are required to have government of this country virtually. And this misconception must be clearly understood that we have to eradicate, we have to eliminate this misconception because political parties are just imaginations, but they are using that shops, they are using that factories. Today, a situation of you speak to public, they simply say political party this or political party that. If that political party fails, this political party. If this fails, this political party means there is a mathematical equation created as political party is a must plus political party is a must equal to governance. That mathematical equation is a fictitious one, imaginary one, got no substance in that, and we have to remove that political equation because we are not slaves to these political parties. We are not slaves to these people who want to be fool us. We are slaves to our regulations of nation, which is Constitution of India, which is a super law of this India. We have to keep that in mind, and that is why every time I stress youth particularly to go through reading of Constitution of our country, that's called Bharat Samvidhan, which is an extraordinary document to be understood if we want really to get democracy, get secularism, socialism, sovereignty, and republic to this country. Otherwise, these words remain there for written meaning and nothing else. Those were not fools who designed these constitutions. Those were not fools who lived their lives for us during freedom movement so that future people coming to this country, future generations would enjoy fruits of democracy and fruits of republic and all these parameters. But we have proved virtually that they were fools. They did not think what we are thinking. We are materialist people, we are not spiritual people. This materialism has brought everything to problem. Materialist consideration, leaving aside spiritualism, has killed our thoughts, has killed our minds, and just renovated our bodies with few facial beautification. And the superficiality shall not lead us to anywhere. Clauses and articles have been added from time to time to this constitution, but that doesn't make anything. We say constitution is working. Yes, constitution is working indeed. It is working very well. But in which direction it is working? That is it. Yes, there's constitution. Articles are there, preambles are there, prescriptions are there, debates are there, everything is there. But is it really working for us? For what we need political parties again is a question. Do I need a political party for 5 years, every 5 years, for me, or for a nation, or for themselves, or for our solutions to problems, or for what we need them? Have you ever required a political party or a person who is MP or MLA just so that without his involvement with your life, you cannot solve your problem? Did you ever experience like that? You need a MLA or you need MP to apply for some application or for doing something else in your life? Or did you need that person ever in your personal life or in your other general lives? Yes, you may need those person for illegalities, of course. You may say that MP belongs to me, that MP knows to me, and you just have a phone call from that MP to some official or some authority that move your file. If you need that as a requirement, then you're cheating yourself and your nation because you're just bypassing illegal route and taking help of that corporate or that MLA or that MP to get your problem solved at an arrest. That is not service you're taking. That is fraud you're doing on nation. And this person who is MP is incorporating with you to join that fraud. Maybe he's paid by you some amount. If that kind of relation with these public representatives, then I regret to say that you are nationalist and you are international because you are abusing that person. And this usually happens these days. Whatever work you have to do, oh, I know that MLA, that MLA shall call authority people, or that councillor shall call authority people, or that MP shall call ministry, and we shall get work done. If that is requirement, then shame on to all those who are doing this. Shame on to all those members of parliament, to public who is using that this way. Because you are just for your personal benefit acting as such. When I have no relation to these people, why should I be so concerned that this person should be from that political party? I understand that these people representatives are for people, are for nation, for state. Is it not right? And I in my 5 years lifetime do not even need support of these people, then why should be I so concerned about them? And if I need a concern about them because Constitution mandates requires that, then I should be clear how to get them into my life, how to bring them to my parliament or assembly. That's most important. Why don't you think this way? Why you think, oh, my father was BJP, my mother was BJP, my father was Congress, my mother was Congress? Why will you bring that collection into mind? And my father, grandfather used to this, I have to follow that. That is stupidity. What your grandfather used to do is it's not for personal life, it's politics, it's for election, it's not personal family matter, it's not your relation. It is simply an imagination that you have to constitute a government. You cannot constitute a government. Nobody empowers you. You cannot constitute a PM. Nobody empowers you. Read Constitution. Understand this. Every time I see read Constitution, you can read only your books of subjects. You cannot read Constitution because you don't think that this is your book. You don't think that's a part of your life. And on day you think that's a part of life, you can get a lot from this. Because this is not one man document. This is a historical document. Historical in a sense is this not original document. 66% of this was copied from Independence of India, from Government of India Act 1935, and then the one third part of this was extracted from 12 nations' constitutions or regulations. This means this is a pile up of many laws. If it is a pile of many laws, you can just go through this and see what benefits you or what doesn't benefit you, what is best for country and what's not best for country. If I think that it's my duty according to constitution and according to duty, fundamental duties, and according to other provisions, whatever are there in laws and regulations, that I have to vote. Yes, I agree. I have to vote. This is my duty. But what is vote? VOT, vote spelling is okay? Or what does it mean? Is it something different? Yes, it is different. It is a permission given by every citizen, voter, once every 5 years to a person to work for me for 5 years, according to my wishes, according to provisions within the Constitution of India, according to national requirement or state requirement, and do good for public, do good for nation. That is what is required. And that person should be honest, dedicated, devoted, nationalist, and not be partial. Should protect constitution, should think of constitution, and thereby public. That person must be that standard. And that standard cannot be achieved without any education, without any mind, without any experience. That status cannot be attained. We have to think it that way. Not just the election is there and I have to vote. No, that is excitement. Excitement cannot make this country. Excitement is foolishness. Why should we be excited with this election? Our PM says this also. I differ. I condemn this statement. Election is nowhere a utsav. It's nowhere an utsav. It's nonsense. How can you call election the festival? It's not a festival. It is a responsibility. It's accountability. It's answering questions. It's telling me developments, telling me deliverables. Do you get if your MP comes to you or your minister comes to you, what achievements they have made for you, what deliveries they have made for you? They never say, and you never ask. You never ask because they don't come to you, and you never say because you don't go to them. How shall you know that these representatives have worked for you? You send them for work or to touch PM's feet. You send them for work or to do something else. You send them as a representative of you or for you or to you be their slaves or they be your slaves. No, they are not your honors, remember. They can be my servant only. But is that right? Is it happening? If that person is not acting as my servant, he is acting as if you can say spoon to PM or spoon to someone else. Why I should need that type of person? Why I am paying him then through my taxes? Why should I pay taxes when these people cannot work for me, for my nation? Don't you think that way? Excite, and elections. That's why the election passes away and then forget. It's for 5 years. Abuse them. This is what we are doing. First they're excited. Oh, I elect Modi. I elect this. I elect that. Excitement for a few months and Modi is elected. Then after that, start cursing. He's rubbish. He's doing this. He's doing that. He's not doing right. He's all nonsense. This is what we can do, and we have been doing. But why in both stages like this? When you elected that man, don't discredit him because you elected him. Of course, you did not elected him. You elected MPs, and MP elected him. You should know at time of election, at time of polling, what do you know about that person you intend to poll, intend to vote. At the time, you don't think. You just argue among yourself. Oh, this is BJP man. I am Congress man. This is Aam Aadmi man. Just fight for among yourself. This is good. That is good. This is bad. Without questioning these leaders, what they did. Article 370, they answer. Pakistan, they answer. They answer Hindu Musalman, they answer. They answer Ram Mandir and Masjid, they answer. They answer all nonsense. They answer everything which is not relevant to you. They will once answer. They won't answer about achievements, about welfare of yourself, welfare of state, welfare of nation, welfare of society, how nation has gone up. They'll just say irrelevant. They will talk irrelevant because they are relevant. For me, every political party is irrelevant. I don't consider anything for me. I know because I have not required any MP in my lifetime, except sometime when you use some form to be endorsed by MP. That's a long back, not now. I never I never use my councillor, I never use my MLA, I never use my MP for any of my activities of my life. Then what is requirement? I should be thinking this should be from that party and that should be from that party. Why don't you think that this one should be very excellent one, good one for supporting legislatures of my country? If MLA, good MLA is there, good legislature is there, good chief minister is there. If a good MLA, a good MP is there, a good prime minister is there, a good Lok Sabha is there, and good president is there. But that is not working. No good prime minister. Of course, MLA depends upon your area. But as prime minister, we don't have a reliable person till now. There is no reliable person in this government. Of course, there's a prime minister, which is just prime minister by chance, prime minister by personal you can say, fake attraction, quality wise, quantum wise, mind wise, action wise, determination wise, and potential wise. It doesn't have anything. If you want a dull prime minister, that's fine, or a Robert prime minister, that's fine. If you want a prime minister that thinks for nation, that thinks for your problems, you have to analyze and think during election that you must have that caliber of MP. If your MP is calibered one, there are 545 MPs who can find very good head for themselves. And head is prime ministers. MPs are public representatives, but prime minister is not that type of public representatives. Prime minister is nation's representative. Prime Minister is a part of executive, whereas MPs are not a part of executive. MPs are part of legislature. You have to differentiate between two. Prime Minister has got no link with MPs directly. Prime Minister has to report to body of MPs, that is called Lok Sabha. You have to understand this way. Prime Minister is bound to answer, to respond to questions raised by Member of Parliament's Lok Sabha. This is his constitutional duty. The Prime Minister cannot say why you are asking these questions. Prime Minister cannot say you did not